Now, according to a recent report, adolescent eating disorders are skyrocketing post-COVID, and it's not just teenagers. The National Anorexia and Eating Disorder Advocates Group estimates that 30 million Americans are living with an eating disorder. Joining us now for more on the connection between food and mental health, and even to share a couple recipes, is nutrition counselor and health columnist Catherine Jamison. Thanks for being here this morning.
Thanks for having me.
Of course, we're happy to have you and have this conversation. I was just mentioning, we always think about food and the effect it has on us physically, but we don't too often think about the effects it can have on us mentally. And there is a link between at least processed foods and brain health. You know, eating packaged processed foods like cereals and frozen meals have been associated with anxiety and depression. Scientists, you know, they're still trying to figure out why, but how do you know that food is impacting our mental health?
Yeah, and you know, it's such a very important conversation too, Seth. So ultra-processed food is so pervasive now, and it's just getting worse. We used to be able to say, shop the perimeter. But now we can't say that anymore. There are milk alternatives that have gums, emulsifiers that are sabotaging our gut health. And, you know, it's not getting any better. So ultra-processed foods have been linked to inflammation. And inflammation is key not only with physical health, you know, ailments, but also mental health.
Ah, okay. So you said shop the perimeter. I remember when we used to be able to say that because you could avoid all the stuff in the middle that's packaged. Now they do a much better job of setting things up to catch your eye. And those things often have words that we can't pronounce. I mean, ingredients that we can't pronounce on them. I think about 60% of the average American diet comes from processed foods. So what should we be eating, Catherine?
Yeah, absolutely. So the Mediterranean diet for countless numbers of years now has been named one of the healthiest diets, not for weight loss, but just for overall health by the American Heart Association. And so the Mediterranean diet hosts foods like seafood, shellfish, specifically green leafy vegetables, brightly colored fruits and veggies, whole grains, legumes, and healthy fats. And all of these contain nutrients like vitamin B12, zinc, selenium, magnesium, iron. All of those have been linked to elevated mental health.
Eating the full rainbow is much better, it sounds like.
The brainbow.
Okay. Oh, I like what you did there. All right. So what if you got a little bit of a sweet tooth, though, and you can't put down the chocolate or the candy? What do you do?
Yeah, and don't we all? We need sweet things in our lives, right? So, and the good news here, Seth, also, dark chocolate has a polyphenol in it that actually elevates mood. So a little bit of dark chocolate. Also, you know, we have a recipe here that's a carrot cake yogurt. I'm crazy for this. So we should talk a little bit about gut health, because gut health is brain health. And we have never suffered worse gut health in the United States than we are now. So eating for our gut is really important. We talk about probiotics. We also need prebiotics, and that really helps our probiotics work to a greater extent. So
I want to talk about this recipe quick.
This is brain health and gut health combined. So we've got the probiotic-rich Greek yogurt, unsweetened.
Ooh, okay.
A little bit of maple syrup because we need the sweet stuff, right? Naturally sweetened carrot, which is you know, packed with vitamin A, which is great for brain health. Omega-3 rich walnuts, a little bit of coconut because we need fat in our lives too. Okay. And ground flax, which is a gut health food.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Our prebiotic fiber there. We need that.
That's good for getting the system moving, but that looks really good and it sounds healthy, but it also sounds like you can still have the flavor and the richness of what carrot cake tastes like with the healthy in between as well.
I'm addicted. Y'all have to try it.
Oh, we're gonna have to check that out. You've got another recipe to share with us really quickly?
I do, yes. So miso is a fermented food, which is really good for gut health. And that salmon, especially wild-caught salmon, packed with antioxidants, omega-3s. So we combine them with this miso salmon. It's actually pretty easy. We just marinate it in this miso. So there it is. And this is a really great gut health food and delicious.
Ooh, the red miso paste and the teaspoon of honey on top.
A little bit of sweet, to bring down that tangy flavor of the miso and soy sauce. But, you know, you can find these too on my Instagram, which is at Food for Thought with Kat. Lots of demo videos there too.
Okay.
For delicious
For those of us
fare.
who might need a little help putting it together.
A little inspiration, yeah.
Well, thank you so much for coming in. For more information on these healthy foods and recipes, visit Food for Thought with Kat. You can visit her website.com or on Instagram and see those videos. Catherine Jamison, nutrition counselor, thanks for being here with us today.
Thanks for having me, Seth.
Pleasure.